What's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. I don't see my... There we go. Looking for my comments there. All right, good people. How you doing? There we go. Hey, we're just going to air Nvidia'S earnings, okay? And we're going to talk about the Fed meeting. The Fed minutes, should I say? All right, we're going to talk about the Fed minutes. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, good people. So let's see here. Let's go here. Let's not. All right, let's not go there. All right. All right, Fed minutes. All right, the Fed minutes were mixed, good people. The Fed was, the minutes got released earlier today, and they were mixed. Basically, some of the Fed governors wanted a rate cut in October, and some didn't. And it was sounding very hawkish as it appears. Now, I think that this is I think they got together and said, let's come out. We had 4 Fed governors come out with negative reports, okay? We got 2 minutes here, all right? Coming back in 2 minutes, right? So we had the Fed governor, all these Fed governors coming out negative, negative, negative. We shouldn't have a rate cut last October, and we shouldn't in December. So we had 4. Now, I call that jawboning. I call that market conditioning, because that is not by circumstance. This is all planned. This is Fed politics, okay? Because it has the power to move markets. So it takes all of the wind out. So now if he does cut, it's going to be good for the market. Remember last Fed cut, market didn't do much of anything. It was like, oh, it was already priced in. So because all of this negative news from the Fed coming out about them not cutting in December, if he does, it's going to be positive for the market. Hey, what's up, good people? Love you guys. All right, so we got 1 minute on this channel. I could actually share it. On the other channel, I got, they spanked me. I got flagged when I tried to air it. All right. So guys, while we're looking, crypto is not looking good. Crypto down to 89. It was actually 88 a minute ago. I don't want to miss this. All right. And crypto's not doing well. You get all of these hawkish governors coming out talking. Remember, crypto does not do well in high interest rates. Crypto does well when the interest rates are being lowered. And because they keep saying that it may not, God bless you too, that's why crypto is further doing bad on top of the liquidations. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow this up, and we're going to go right into, let's see what they're talking about.
That's closing bell on Wall Street, and now it's market domination overtime. We're giving you full coverage of all the moves to get you up to speed on the action from today's trade. Yahoo Finance's Jared Blickery joining us now with the latest market action. Jared.
Well, score a win for the bulls. All 3 of the majors landed in positive territory. The Dow just kind of barely. Here is the 1 day. Let's dial this down to the intraday. There we go. Just closing with...
All right, guys, we're not going to just watch that. So we, as you heard, everything inched up. We could see, we can just take a look at where they are. NASDAQ did pull through at the end. You can see S&P pulled through at the end. Everything just went green, including the Dow, right? You would see that. All right. So what's going to move the market? These Nvidia earnings. Now, I don't know how long this is going to last. I'm not going to be on here forever because we are going live this evening on Keenan Grace's page, okay? But these Nvidia earnings are everything. I think these are the most important Nvidia earnings. If I'm talking a little crazy, I had oral surgery today, so please bear with me, all right? All right, so hey, I'm gonna just talk to you guys until they come through with the earnings from Nvidia, okay? Pullbacks, yup, have no fear. Oh, hey, oh man, y'all still on Mudon. All right. Hey, how you doing, good people? Yep. Let's see.
Performance from Alphabet and Broadcom up 3% and 4% respectively, but let's just show Nvidia. That's what everybody's focused on right now. Here is that year-to-date chart, 186.52. We're going to tell you what, in 24 hours, what the price reaction is off of the most anticipated earnings announcement this season. And just drilling down into tech, as I like to do, here are the semiconductors. Pretty broadly good day here. AMD.
I'm talking about 24 hours. We're going to know here soon, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks. Hey, I got to show up regardless. Hey, guys, just know that if you don't see an influencer on, it may not be that influencer's fault. It may be his platform. Okay? So that's what I'm going to say. People have been getting cut off and they can't do anything about it. Okay. All right. You've been DCAing, getting paid your dividends. There you go. All right. Let's go. Come on. Nvidia. All right. Let's just look at Nvidia right quick. Let's see what's going on with Nvidia. They're just talking.
I mean, for the market, it's massive, right? I mean, this is the focal point as you're looking to what has been the conversation.
We're going to go. Look, we pulled out a win. We like that. Came back up. We saw what happened. But let's see what's happening with Nvidia. All right, it's starting to cool off a little bit. That's to be expected. No big deal. We got crypto. Like I said, crypto just a minute ago was 88. Now it's back to 89. I got some levels of support that I'm going to share with you guys. I just don't want to miss it. Staking Nvidia rebounds ahead of earnings report. Let's see what's happening with this breaking news right quick. Okay, it's flat. Okay. Thank you. Come on back around. Stocks close higher. Snapping losing streak as Nvidia rebounds ahead of earnings. That's what it's saying. Okay. Are they going to break live? All right. Let's see. All right. Let's talk about crypto a minute before that happens. All right. Guys, it's scary. I ain't gonna lie. It's scary. I was drawing these lines of support. We're down by 31. Actually, if we hit here, we're down by 31%. Let's look at where we are from the top. I'm on the 1 hour. Let's look at how far down we are from the top. 29%. We're right at 30%. That was to be expected. I don't want to miss anything. All right, that was to be expected on Bitcoin for us to have a 30% pullback. We touched here, which was a level of support. Man, I don't want to see 86, and I definitely don't want to be down here in this zone. Here's where it gets real scary for me personally. I don't know about you, but from 83 to 82, then I'm like, okay, we're in the bear market. But guys, remember, because we suffer from short-term memory. Remember back here, let's go to the daily, okay? Remember back here when we had this wick down to 74? Who remembers that? Okay. When we wick down to 74, remember before we had this resistance and we had to break through 74, right? And I was buying in this area we told you was buying. We ran up, came down, touched back on 76, and then we wicked down. And remember, we were buying back here. This was April 8th. This was literally liberation. This was brought down by Liberation Day. And remember all of the fear we had then? And then I was saying, man, I'm just going to buy some and wait. Well, even from Liberation Day, let me take a look right quick. Yeah, even from Liberation Day, sorry, I can't even move my lips. Even from Liberation Day till now, we're up 20% on Bitcoin, right? And so, you know, this is part of crypto. It's not the same as the stock market. It is simply a part of crypto. All right. So Nvidia right now starting to rebound in the after hours. We were, let's see here. We were going a little lower. Okay, come on, work for me. All right, there we go, Nvidia. All right, learning from your mistakes. Yeah, I'm in long. Yep. Yeah, below 74 is danger. Hey, Lisa J. Yeah. Yeah, so it's I want them to come on with this earnings, okay? Let's listen for a quick second.
Come later on next year, you know, and it might only be the ECB, but I think that conversation will be on one side. That leaves interest rates outside the world.
Bloomberg is talking about.
Here on Bloomberg Radio. We'll see you again, same time, same place tomorrow.
This is Bloomberg Business Week Daily, reporting from the magazine that helps global leaders stay ahead, with insight on the people, companies, and trends.
Yeah, Bloomberg, we need to go on ahead and get back to what's going on. All right, good people, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting like anybody else. And it is, everybody's live trading. Yeah, everybody's live trading. I can't go on to, you know what? We're going to sneak into somebody else's live trade. Let's listen.
If you guys really want to see the breakdown of kind of where some of this stuff is coming from, let's go back over to the browser. So hang with me for a second.
I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, I'll get in trouble. Yeah, we're just going to wait here. We're just going to hang out until they come on. All right. Yeah, until they come through. But right now it's a bunch of nothingness. They just bump and gum right now.
Looking for diversification, that's an area.
All right, let's talk about Nvidia earnings won't drop until 425. Wow, Joe. I ain't planning on being on here this long. 425. God, that's a marathon. I got to go live tonight with Keenan Grace on Keenan Grace's page. Get the popcorn. You got that ready. All right. BMR and MicroStrategy killing. It's killing a lot of people. Let me talk about BMR and MicroStrategy. Listen, I talked to someone the other day, saw me in passing. They were like, Unc, man, I'm getting beat down. And he had his portfolio, which I was like, bro, I can't look at your portfolio. We ain't doing this right now. So he showed me. And I'm going to tell you what he had. I said, you got crypto? He said, oh, I'm loaded with crypto. Like, okay, I look at his portfolio. He's got BMNR. He's got MSTR. He's got ASST. He's got Mara Riot. He had Coin, Robinhood. Every single stock he had was crypto related, and he has crypto. And so he's getting wiped out. I says, all you got is crypto, bruh. That's all you got is crypto. And so you don't want to be overweight in one sector. And I know some of you guys, look, we've been dip buying and we've been, sometimes it's ETFs. You got to be a sniper in your decisions right now when things are going low, right? Yeah, is that Eastern time. No, that's got to be. Well, he said 4. Yeah, that's got to be Eastern time. Yeah, too much crypto. That was too much crypto. Yeah. I mean, people don't get it. And then when, like today, someone asked, why is MicroStrategy down? Like, did you not look at Bitcoin? Oh my God, why is BMR down? Like, did you not look at it, Ethereum? Yeah, it's crazy. The call is at 420. Okay, yeah, the call is at 420, but they released the data before the call. Yeah, I'm just starting in. I just started nibbling in the SoFi, so I'm holding my SoFi. I'm going to start dollar cost averaging. SoFi, when rates do start coming down at a good rate, SoFi should start performing better. Okay. What else we got here? Oh, you ain't got any more cash? Let me tell you something. If you are, if you got a job and you're getting paid, you should have cash in your portfolios. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, as crazy as everything seems right now, we could have a S&P at 7K and Bitcoin could still pass 125K, even right now with all of this madness by the end of the year. It could. Now, Larry's not calling it to that, but it could. And as a matter of fact, what we're going through is normal. The 30% pullbacks in Bitcoin is normal. This pullback before the quote unquote Christmas rally, which we didn't have last year, is normal. And we still could end up higher. The people that are impatient are, unfortunately, if that does happen, you're just going to lose out because you couldn't stand to look at something, right? Just turn it off. That's what I'm doing. Turn it off. I got some red. I got red too, just like everybody else. I got red. You better believe I got red in my stock portfolio. But I'm looking at the year, and for the year, I am up still handsomely. Okay. And so now I'm looking for opportunity, and you got to be in long right now. And I've been saying, look, don't chase memes right now. It's too risky as we shift back to crypto. You really need to be in more solid plays. The money that I have in my crypto, I don't need it for the next 4 years. All right, what we got going on?
Just now, crossing the wire here. Let's get you those results. Q1 adjusted EPS, 93 cents. The street was at 90 cents. Q1 revenue, $2.5 billion.
Palo Alto.
Versus an estimate, $2.46 billion. More importantly, let's look at...
We waiting on Nvidia. I'm going to hang here until they come out with this Nvidia earnings, right? All right, we got to be close. So they're going to release the earnings first, and then they're going to have the call, right? So as soon as I see it come up, that's when we'll be at it. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Yep, got to diversify, people. Hey, I want y'all to think about this. Hey, Charles, I want you guys to think about this. You're welcome, Leslie. This dude, look at this dude's face. He's like, I laugh every time I see that. Hey guys, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about if you were just coming to the stock market and you saw it, you got the knowledge that you already have, you were just coming to the stock market and you saw these levels. For a lot of people that bought at the top, it's bad news. I want you to recondition your mind and think, what if I was just getting into the market? What would you be doing? You wouldn't be in fear right now. You'd be looking for opportunity. So what I want you to do is to simply start looking for opportunity. Where is opportunity that I could buy? And let's see here. What did they talk about? Oh, back to commercial.
The early bird catches the gains. This is...
Yeah, so now what you want to do is you want to look for opportunity. You can go to the chart. I'm not going to pull it up. You can go to the chart, any chart, S&P, NASDAQ. You can pull up the 200-day moving average. You can pull up the 100-day moving average. on a 2-day time frame, and you'll find some stock, okay? You can look at PEs, all right? Since they are taking their time, I want to show you guys this. We want to go, so for instance, there's something called value. You got value stock, right? So, and I want you guys to look at this. All right. So I want you to look at the Nvidia. Okay. I want you to, let me just pull this up, and I'm going to pull SMCI. Okay. I'm going to pull up 2 stocks that are chip stocks. Okay. And I want you guys to see this, right? So Nvidia, look at Nvidia. You can see that it is up, right? But look at the PE. It's 53. That's too high. That is high. I know some people say it's justified, okay? That is 53, right? Now, they do have growing revenue and net income quarter over quarter. Look at this balance sheet. It is perfect. It's perfect. So when you look at this, I'm not going to waste your time now. It justifies a high PE ratio. Should it be this high? I'm not going to say that. But then you go to super microchip, you see a PE of 27. Remember, the lower the PE, the better the value is. Let me check this right quick. All right, 2 minutes. All right, the lower the PE, the better the value. So now this, based on the PE, is a better value. So why don't I just go ahead and buy it right now? Because you got to look at the revenue and net income. Revenue has been falling and net income has been falling, and you have a sea of red. This is like getting an F report card, okay? Revenue down, net income down, net profit margins down. You need profit margins, okay? And so the report card on this company is bad. It's been a bad performer, and that's why it has a lower PE ratio. Now, in the old days, a good PE was anything under 15, right? The lower the price to earnings, the better value the stock is. Well, the stock with the high PE ratios are the ones that are taking the baths right now, and that's big tech, okay? And so just remember that when you get all thy getting, get an understanding, right? Just wanted to go over that right quick. Well, let's just go into the Fed minutes. Here's another thing that's weighing on the market negatively. Fed minutes show divide over October rate cuts and cast doubt about December rate cuts. And so here's what's going on. All right. While the Federal Open Market Committee approves a cut at the meeting, the path forward looks less certain. Why? There's dissension amongst the Fed governors. And you have a handful of them now have come out and said not only should he not lower interest rates in December, but he shouldn't have in October. And that's weighing negatively on the market also. All right. So you got all of these Fed governors coming out, pushing the market down. And because there is less likely to be interest rate cuts, remember, just like a fish in water, crypto needs low rates. And because they're sounding hawkish now, crypto is going down even further. Just so you guys know, another thing that's weighing on crypto, on top of the liquidations, on top of whales selling. Okay? Come on, bruh.
Has you covered with our new full suite of original podcast content.
We want these numbers. You guys let me know. You guys let me know if you guys see anything come through, right? All right. Saudi, hey. Would love. Yeah. You sold your car and you ain't got no dry powder. Yeah, I got Google. I'm holding Google. I'm long Google. I'm not selling Google right now. All right, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to take a look, ain't it? I said ain't. All right. You know, I'll be trying, man. I'll be trying, even though I just got through getting my head drilled with these guys. Here we go. What is this?
Now cross the wire. Let's get you those numbers. Start with Q3. EPS of 130. I don't see a compare there yet, but Q3 revenue 57.01 billion. The street was at 55.19 billion. Q3 data center revenue 51.2 billion. That's a beat. The street was at 49.34 billion. Turning ahead, I'm looking for the guidance. Q4 revenue, they're calling for 65 billion plus or minus 2%. The estimate was at 62 billion there. And Q4 gross margins, they're calling for 75%. The estimate was at 74.6%. Jensen Huang, some commentary coming out there saying cloud GPUs are sold out, just highlighting the demand he's seeing there. Remember, interestingly, this stock heading into this print, you know, it was up about 40% year to date, but it had been roughly flat since they last reported. And we know investors had these increasing concerns about AI trade, AI valuations, but at least initially here, this stock is popping almost 5%. Investors, of course, not just focused on this print, but they look to Nvidia for lines of sight into how sustainable they think this great AI trade and theme could really be. And in this, at least initially here, they are bidding up Nvidia. We're up about 4.5% here in the after hours off this print. Well, for more on Nvidia's latest quarter, let's get directly here to CFRA Research Senior VP and Equity Analyst Angelo Zeno. At least initially here, investors like what they see. The stock is popping, but what do you see, Angelo?
Yeah, so Josh, just based on the numbers that you just threw out there, I think the numbers were great. You're looking at the numbers as far as revenue, about 57 billion or so. I think we're looking at about 56 billion. On earnings about $1.29, so I think Street was $1.25, so they did beat the Street. As far as the guide, we were looking closer to 61, 62 billion, and they definitely came well ahead of that. And then I'd say as far as the data center numbers you provided, also kind of beat both for the October quarter as well as the I guess expected January quarter guide. And I'd also say as far as gross margins are concerned, kind of going closer towards 75 there. Our expectation was 73.5 this quarter, 74.5 for the January quarter. So I think the fact that you're getting the upside to the revenue, but also kind of the nice kind of uplift with margins is something that I think is gravitating well with investors right here after hours.
Yeah, Angelo, we as investors who make a beeline, as you said, for that data center segment, that Q3 data center revenue, again, just to emphasize, 51.2, Street was at 49.34. As you look ahead, Angelo, how do you try and forecast what growth and margins could look like for that segment ahead?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think when you kind of look, for the company here, I mean, about 90% of the revenue right now, roughly, is coming from data centers. So the company is, essentially completely being driven by data centers. The fact that we remain supply constrained here, which we think will, persist through 2026, and just based on the bookings that we saw here from the hyperscalers, specifically, maybe the ones I'm alluding to are Microsoft and Alphabet after Q3 earnings season, essentially, in our view, means that it's going to be fairly supply constrained through next year and probably, well through 2027, if not all of 27. So, that's going to bode well for the data center, revenue potential as well as the margin trajectory. We think margins will be able to be sustained at that mid-70s level here for the foreseeable future.
More broadly, Andrew, I'm just looking at the revenue forecast for the current period. That's a strong forecast relative to expectations. I'm wondering how much you think that addresses, some of these concerns, Angelo, broader concerns that had been bubbling up about the AI trade?
So it probably doesn't address the concerns as much as we'd like.
So you guys see that. It's looking good for Nvidia. They beat, was up as much as 5% and cooled off a little bit down to about, let's just call that 3%. It's going to vacillate up and down. It's going to, Josh got me using that word. So it's going to vacillate for a while until he starts talking. And then when he finished talking, we're going to see where the numbers are. As you guys can see, it's 266 now. It was like 250, and then it'll go to 3, and then 350. It's just going to be bouncing here in the post hours. All right, good people. So that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to come on, and it's 30 minutes. I only wanted to be on here for 15 minutes. Listen, I love you guys. Look, go ahead and hit StockUpU, coupon code LEARN, LEARN, and get my Black Friday sale. Okay, look at that, $219 now. Okay, get my Black Friday sale, put in coupon code LEARN, LEARN, learn fundamentals, learn what I was talking about at the beginning of this, how to find a PE, how to find a good stock, and then how to make money with crypto, how to set stop losses, the 4-year cycles, and then options for dummies. You want to finally learn options. I got that all in there too. Don't look at the price when you come in. Go to the checkout, put in the coupon code, and you can buy now, pay later. Okay? All right. Vacillation Nation. Oh my goodness. Stocks bouncing. Okay. Hey, thanks, George. Love you guys. T-Ray in the house. Learn. The coupon code is LEARN. LEARN. No caps necessary. It's LEARN. Thanks, T-Ray. All right. All right. All right, guys. Listen. He said don't learn. So tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be a guest of Keenan Grace's. So will the entire squad. We will see you guys over there. Pray for me. I had my head drilled in too, had some oral surgery today, so I'm on medicine. But I'm not going to let you guys go. I ain't going to leave you hanging. It doesn't matter. I'm a frontline soldier. I'll be here dragging my leg. And I'll take it, you know, I'll take the positivity and I'll take the negativity too. Hey, in leaving, guys, listen. If you don't see an influencer on, go to their page and look at when their last post was. Now, I'm just going to tell you that if you see and you know that they were on last week, Friday, and you no longer see their videos, it's not them doing it. It's the platform doing it. Okay? And so don't be quick to get mad at somebody and say they MIA. No, it's not them. It may be the platform. I'm saying it may be, okay? I haven't confirmed anything, but I got eyes to see, okay? So let's not be quick to pile on someone that's been helping us for years. And now that they're gone, don't say, hey, where they're at. Just pray for them and hopefully they're okay, all right? And I'm pretty sure they'll be back. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you tonight. Live, love, laugh, and learn.